Welcome to the dark and captivating world of Nosgoth, a land where fate entwines with destiny and shadows conceal ancient horrors. Today we dive into the cinematic storytelling of Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, a game that redefined narrative in video gaming. Released in 1996, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain introduced players to the tragic tale of Kain, a nobleman turned vampire seeking vengeance against those who wronged him. But what makes this story resonate beyond its gothic horror aesthetics? Let's explore the key elements of its cinematic storytelling. At the core of any great story lies its characters. Kain's evolution from a man driven by vengeance to a complex anti-hero is beautifully depicted through rich dialogue and expressive animation. The writing immerses us in his torment, making us question the morality of his quest. Each character, from the enigmatic Raziel to the enigmatic Circle of Nine, adds depth to Kain's journey, creating a narrative rich with political intrigue and betrayal. The game masterfully weaves various themes that resonate with the human experience. Fate versus free will, the thirst for power, and the nature of sacrifice all play pivotal roles in Kain's story. Through haunting visuals and poignant dialogues, players are invited to reflect on these motifs, questioning not just Kain's choices, but their own. Visual storytelling is another hallmark of Blood Omen. The game's striking art direction and atmospheric score create an immersive experience. Each scene is crafted with care, utilizing color palettes and lighting to evoke emotions, gloom, despair, and fleeting moments of hope. Every cutscene feels like a carefully composed piece of art, enhancing the emotional weight of Kain's narrative.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Blood Omen laid the groundwork for an entire saga that combines mythology, philosophy, and morality. Its narrative paved the way for sequels that continue to explore Kain's intricate world, each installment expanding on the lore and deepening character arcs. This legacy endures, inspiring countless games that seek to emulate its storytelling prowess. In Blood Omen Legacy of Kain, cinematic storytelling reaches beyond mere gameplay. It's an invitation to explore the depths of the human soul, the choices we make, and the prices we pay. As we navigate through Nosgoth, we learn that in darkness, there's always a glimmer of light waiting to be unveiled. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of cinematic storytelling in Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on Kain's journey in the comments below. Until next time, remember, every tale has its shadows.
You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a classic that holds a special place in the hearts of many, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Released in 1996, this game not only shaped the action-adventure genre, but also introduced us to a richly woven narrative that has captured the imaginations of gamers for decades. So let's sink our teeth into it. First, let's talk about the story. Blood Omen follows Kain, a nobleman who is brutally murdered and resurrected as a vampire. What stands out to me is Kain's transformation and the moral complexities tied to his character. He isn't just a mindless monster, he grapples with themes of power, revenge, and fate. The writing is top notch, blending philosophical questions about mortality and existence. I love how the narrative unfolds as you progress through the game. The interplay between Kain and his adversaries lends a depth to the plot. Every encounter feels significant, culminating in a tale that's both tragic and captivating.
Ironic that now I was the one suffering. Not anything as pedestrian as physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I wanted was to kill my assassins. Sometimes you get what you wish for. The necromancer Mortanius offered me a chance for vengeance, and like a fool, I jumped at his offer without considering the cost. Nothing is free, not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
Now, let's shift gears and discuss gameplay. The top-down perspective was unique for its time, offering a different experience compared to 3D platformers that were becoming popular. Combat is at times challenging but incredibly rewarding once you find the right strategies. I remember the first time I unlocked new abilities and spells. It felt like I was truly evolving as Kain, becoming stronger as I traversed through the dark environments. The RPG elements, including the ability to upgrade Kain and interact with his surroundings, really drew me in and made the game more immersive.
Nupraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all of Nosgoth. Each Circle member was bonded to the pillar he served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the Circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the Circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored did Ariel claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Nupraptor began. The Pillar of the Mind, protected by the mentalist Nupraptor. The Pillar of Dimension, protected by the Planar Azimuth. The Pillar of Conflict, protected by the Paladin Malik. The Pillar of Nature, protected by the Druid Bane. The Pillar of Balance, once defended by Ariel. The pillars choose their own. The Pillar of Energy, protected by the Energist Dejul. The Pillar of Time, protected by the Time Streamer Mobius. The Pillar of Death, protected by the Necromancer Mortanius. The Pillar of States, protected by the Alchemist Anacroth.
Next up, let's talk about the aesthetics. The art direction and character designs are gothic and haunting, perfectly encapsulating the tone of the story. Each area feels distinct and alive, filled with lore just waiting to be explored. The soundtrack is another standout. Composed by Kurt Harlan, the music enhances the overall experience, immersing you deeper into the game's dark world. Every note seems to echo the feelings of despair and longing that Kain faces.
Kain is deified. The clans tell tales of him.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here.
Blood Omen Legacy of Kain paved the way for a franchise that would extend into several sequels, with each exploring themes of destiny, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The lore created in this game is rich, leading to compelling narratives in later installments, like Soul Reaver. It's fascinating to see how this game has influenced modern titles. You can find echoes of its narrative complexity and character development in many contemporary action-adventure games. Its legacy lives on. So, what are my thoughts? Beyond its dated graphics, which add a certain charm, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain remains a profound and engaging experience. If you're a fan of intricate stories, dark atmospheres, and layered characters, I highly recommend revisiting this classic. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Did you play Blood Omen? What are your favorite moments? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep playing and stay spooky.
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ari, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Napraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into one of my all-time favorite games in the Legacy of Kain series, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Trust me, it's a classic worth discussing, especially for anyone who loves deep storytelling and atmospheric gaming. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about its unique origin. Released in 1996, Blood Omen introduced us to the dark and brooding world of Nosgoth and the tragic tale of Kain, a nobleman turned vampire seeking revenge. It's a story that sets the tone for the entire franchise, but this game specifically crafts a raw and grittier narrative that pulls you in right from the start. I love how Blood Omen isn't just about the action or the gameplay. It's rich in narrative and character development. Kain isn't your typical protagonist, he's complex, morally ambiguous, and his journey raises profound questions about fate, free will, and redemption. You can't help but get drawn into Kain's struggles as he navigates through betrayal and loss, and that emotional depth is something special. Another reason I hold this game dear is the haunting atmosphere. The world of Nosgoth is beautifully dark and meticulously crafted. From the haunting music to the moody environments, every aspect enhances the feeling of despair and intrigue. Exploring its layers makes you feel like you're venturing into a living, breathing universe. It's a place where every shadow holds a story, and every encounter feels significant.
An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Blood Omen laid the groundwork for what would become one of the most beloved franchises in gaming history. Its influence can be seen in later titles, shaping character arcs and foreshadowing events that unfolded throughout the series. The combination of compelling storytelling and immersive gameplay has made Blood Omen a timeless classic and a defining title in my gaming journey. So, there you have it. The storytelling, the atmosphere, the gameplay, all of these factors make Blood Omen Legacy of Kain my favorite entry in the franchise. It's a game that doesn't just entertain, it leaves a lasting impression. I'd love to know your thoughts. Have you played Blood Omen? What's your take on the game and the series as a whole? Leave your comments down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Pity. Such a waste. Good blood gone bad. Corhagen, my home. The finest city in all of Nosgoth, rich in vanity and conceit. I had no delusions as to the welcome I would receive.
We're diving deep into a foundational stone of action-adventure gaming that not only laid the groundwork for an iconic series, but also reshaped narrative storytelling in video games, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. So, grab your swords and sharpen your vials of blood. We're exploring why this game was so impactful on the entire Legacy of Kain series.
Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer. The pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world.
Nopraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded you.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
There is nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ari, the balance of the Circle of Nine. Even so, I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There is no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve our world. Now these pillars have been corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Nopraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
Released in 1996, Blood Omen Legacy of Kain introduced players to the dark gothic world of Nosgoth, where we follow Kain, a murdered nobleman, resurrected as a vampire. This unique premise combined deep lore and complex characters, setting the stage for not only a memorable game, but an entire franchise.
So, this was the mentalist Nopraptor, this broken, pathetic little man. Yet crippled as he was, he would not yield without battle. Very well, old fool. If it is death you seek, I will not deny you. Perhaps the head of her beloved will convince Ariel that I have accomplished my task.
What truly set Blood Omen apart was its mature narrative. The game didn't shy away from complex themes, such as morality and sacrifice. Kain's transformation from a man seeking revenge to a powerful figure with uncertain motives presents players with moral dilemmas that challenge traditional hero narratives. Kain's struggle between his newfound vampiric powers and the loss of his humanity explores questions of identity and purpose. It was a bold move for a video game at that time. And let's not forget about the characters. Kain is more than just a vampire. He's a deeply flawed character with an evolving identity. His relationships with other characters like Raziel, the antagonistic yet sympathetic figure, are what make the series stand out.
And if events cannot be reshuffled to accommodate the change, it is the irritant who's expelled. Bear in mind that this may be exactly the outcome our enemies are trying to provoke. We must tread very carefully.
Blood Omen established rich backstories for its characters, compelling motivations, and an intertwining fate that would unfold in sequels. This attention to character development helped create a devoted fan base eager for the continuation of Kain's saga. Now, onto gameplay. Blood Omen introduced innovative mechanics such as a top-down perspective, exploration with RPG elements, and a unique combat system, blending action and strategy in a way that was fresh for the era. This approach to gameplay laid the groundwork for its successors, allowing later games like Soul Reaver to expand upon and innovate the mechanics further, making the Legacy of Kain series a pioneer in its genre. Blood Omen's impact on the gaming landscape can't be overstated. It influenced a multitude of subsequent titles in terms of storytelling, world building, and character depth. Many game developers cite it as a key inspiration in their own work, proving that video games can offer intricate narratives that rival, if not exceed, those in films and literature. As we look at the sequels, whether it's Soul Reaver or Legacy of Kain Defiance, the thematic elements of dark storytelling rooted in Blood Omen remain integral to the series' DNA. Each installment builds on Kain's legacy, exploring even deeper aspects of fate, free will, and redemption. So, why was Blood Omen Legacy of Kain so impactful? It was more than a game. It was a pivotal moment that defined a genre, enriched storytelling in gaming, and created a universe that players are still drawn to today. Did we miss anything about Blood Omen that you think was crucial? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep dives into your favorite games. Until next time, keep gaming and remember, what is a man but the sum of his memories?
Indeed, such narrow vision. Don't you see? My silencing of Ariel and its calculated repercussions is but the first act in my theater of Grand Guignol, of which you are the tragic hero. Play on, little vampire. Play on.
Fay Victus!